Season 6, Episode 1 of The Good, The Scaz and The Rugby.
I can't believe you went out and bought that yourself. That is so good.
Proud new citizen. Is there any music that gives you goosebumps?
National anthems.
There we are.
No one has ever played 5 Rugby World Cups for this country. Slow blink, that's all we got.
Mo's not a massive fan of the sea.
This worm thing comes up, took a fish and went straight back into the seabed.
Could have been AI.
No, it wasn't AI. It was on David Attenborough. He does not deal in AI. I can't wait to have bedtime stories with you. Pecking order.
Scazzy's the top end. She just walks in and we all sit down.
Emily Scarratt, 5 World Cups and as emotional as porridge. Mo Hunt, the three-peater. What she doesn't know is quite a lot, actually. Elma Smit, the resident South African, who's never not knowingly shouting about rugby or those kitty cats. More titting about than a women's rugby changing room. The Good, The Scaz, The Rugby.
Hello and welcome back to The Good, The Scaz and The Rugby, Season 6, Episode 1. Scaz and Mo are both back in the building.
Season 6. Unbelievable.
Goodness me.
Selected
Does
for
that mean that's 6 years? This is 6 years old.
You have just been selected for another season of the show, Mo. How do you feel about it?
At least they're
Get in.
picking me.
5 World Cups, 6 seasons of The Good, The Scaz and The Rugby.
Wow.
Still haven't
Madness.
taken your name out of the title.
Yeah.
No. But look, it's nothing to do with me,
She's actually...
as we know.
She's
Nothing to do with you at all.
You're
Yeah.
embracing the name thing more and more, aren't you?
I mean, I don't know. I think, you know, when you get so used to something,
Well,
you
when I
don't
said we should call it the Good, the Mo and the Rugby, you went mental.
went mental.
She went wild. Honestly, we had a full-blown argument about it in camp. It was crazy. Scaz, I've never seen her so angry.
I just hope people don't think you're serious sometimes. But my concern is that people do.
Like, never seen someone flip as hard as that. Honestly, the girls had to come in and be like, what is going on in here?
Whoa.
What is going on?
She's just emotionally spiking again.
As emotional as what
Porridge.
was Nick Heath's line? As emotional as porridge.
Sorry, I do need to clarify that is totally made up and I was joking. Obviously, Scaz doesn't have emotions like that, run that deep.
No, she doesn't flip about anything.
No.
What is the last thing you did flip about?
Ooh.
Can you remember back that far? What was that look?
I'm literally just trying to think it would be like because her orange juice had bits in or something. She'd be like, but she'd be like picking the bits out like, oh, that's not very nice. That would be as emotional
I don't
as she
mind
got.
bitty orange juice.
Fair enough. See,
Yeah.
even that.
What kind of injustice really gets you going?
I think a little bit like Mo, unfairness, rudeness. I really don't like
Yeah, you hate
rudeness.
And
I just think it's so unnecessary.
and if I buy imported strawberries, then you flip.
Yeah.
Yeah, farming.
Especially
No,
in
you
the
do
British
get a bit-
summertime.
a-
Like, please don't do that. You
A
don't
bit
need to
about
do
farming, you do
that. I think
feel passionately.
when people are ill-educated on something yet preaching about it.
Oof.
Interesting, we're such good friends.
No, but you don't tend to preach. You tend to ask lots of questions, which is fine.
Ask away.
Sometimes I stand my ground though.
Yeah, I know. And yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of proudly British things, can we please discuss my beautiful
Sorry.
t-shirt?
Sorry. No,
yes, sorry. That's why
Yes.
we needed the lighting
Yes.
better.
Yes.
I can't
Can
believe
you-
you went out and bought that yourself. That is so good.
As you can talk, such absolute rubbish. So for the audio listener, I am wearing a red t-shirt that says Proud New Citizen with the Union flag on the front of my shirt.
Union Jack
Quality.
flag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell them about the...
Well, maybe you know more about it than I do.
Yeah.
You've done the test.
the Union Jack is the nickname.
Oh, really?
It's called the Union flag
There
officially.
we are.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Why would a nickname have another word?
No,
Yeah.
ask the United Kingdom, please, because I have so many questions after that Life in the UK test.
We're going to
How's
upset a lot
that?
of people.
Ask Australia.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are officially...
Free of immigration control.
One of us.
Yeah, so what...
So legally, I can now live in this country for as long as I want, and I have
Yeah.
access
For
to
life?
literally everything. Yeah. So I have access to all services and everything. I can
Sorry,
only,
what did you have before? Sorry.
So before I just had a work permit, and
Could you go to the hospital though?
I could, but I had a limited period that I could stay here for, and I had a very long list of conditions I had to adhere to, and I had to pay £1,000 a year to get access to the NHS. Now, all of those things are done. And by next year, I will qualify to apply for a passport.
Whoa.
Why do you have to wait
so
a year?
this doesn't mean you have a passport?
Oh, you must ask them, please, Mo.
That doesn't make sense.
I also swear allegiance to the king next year.
Have you sang God Save the King yet?
Not officially, no.
What does swear allegiance to the king entail?
Literally swearing allegiance to the king next to a picture of him
In
and a
person?
flag.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he is not there. There is just a picture of him and then an official person.
Sorry, in this day and age, they should have like a cutout or like one of them
hologram.
holograms.
A hologram. Yeah, surely he could just
Yeah.
zoom
What I mean,
in.
Madam Two Swords, sort it out.
Yeah, come on.
Waxwork.
Do you know what I mean, though? Why would it be a picture?
So yeah, so I get to swear allegiance and pledge my love to the king forever and ever.
As we're recording this, the Lionesses are playing in the final of Euros tonight. Are you going to be supporting them?
It's
'Cause
coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's coming. Yes,
That's
yes.
part of it, right?
Yeah, so I am very happy to support all English teams when they are not playing South African teams.
Really?
That's
think
where
that's
I
fair.
draw the line. So like when you
I think
guys
that's
play
fair.
New Zealand, it's roses all the way. I'm not sure about the broses. The jury's a bit out for me on them.
No, but
You
if
haven't warmed to them as much,
No,
have
you
you?
need to. They're lovely.
Yeah, but the girly teams are more my teams, I feel.
Fine.
That's understandable.
Yeah, I relate more, I think.
Well, congratulations. It's great to have you.
Thank you. It's very nice to be here.
Can you do the rest of the show in your best English accent?
I don't know if anyone could survive that.
Well, if Elma does that, then you've got to do your best South African,
Yeah, come on.
and I'll just be me.
Yes. And I'll just be me.
I'll just
I get a free
instigate. Thank you.
Okay, 5th Rugby World Cup, Scazzy.
Gosh, she's really rattling through this new Team GB thing.
Yeah.
You're really rattling through.
I have a lot of business to do here today, and we're on
Yeah.
a deadline because the Lionesses are
Football's
about to
on.
kick
Yeah.
off. Yeah, football's coming
And you're
home.
going to Alanis
Did you hear?
Morissette.
Yes. So 2010, when you played in your first Rugby World Cup,
Yeah.
things were very different in those times.
They sure were.
You can still remember back in the day. You and Sons, you and
Yeah.
Sarah Hunter are the OGs.
Yeah, and Marley Packer, to be fair, because Marley actually got cap before me, but then she took a couple of year leave of absence post her first cap before she got her next one.
What
Can
does
you say
OG?
why?
Huh?
Can you say why?
Well, I don't know, can we? Yeah, I think so.
Why?
We used to have a lion called Rory.
Mascot.
You know, like the lions
like Bill.
have Bill.
Yeah.
We used to have one that the new cap or the youngest player would have to keep, carry around, don't lose. And Marley accidentally lost him once.
She wasn't seen again for 2 years.
It's obviously we've obviously made that
Yeah,
story up,
such
but
a lie.
when two things connect like that, it has to be the story.
It's
Yeah.
just too
Yeah,
good
yeah.
to not link the two. Don't let the truth get in the
Yeah,
way
no,
of a good
exactly.
story.
I
guys.
never do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does OG mean, Mo?
Original gangster.
There we go. Had to educate Mo on that the other day
Yeah,
at the
it means
announcement.
original gangster. We should use it more.
We should.
Because obviously we are.
I definitely should.
Yeah, you 100%.
Use
must
it in a
use
sentence, Gazzy.
The full version.
What, saying original gangster
God,
instead
yeah.
of OG? Oh gosh, no.
Oh,
I don't even know where to
She's
start.
still thinking about
Yeah.
it.
Golly gosh,
Okay.
we'll
Anyway,
move
what
on.
was
Do
the
you know
original question?
Do you know who the 5 OGs are before you who did 5 Rugby World Cups? Can we give them their flowers?
We really should.
Anna Richards.
Anna Richards.
Mm-hmm.
Fee Fawcett. She done 5.
There's
Donna
one.
Kennedy.
Yes. I was going to say from Scotland.
Was that Scottish?
I was just going to breeze past that. That might be my.
There's one from Canada and one from the USA.
It's Paquin.
No.
Patty Jarvie, USA, 91 till 2006.
Yeah.
Jill Florence for Canada from 94 till 2010.
Very good.
Congratulations to all 5 of those women. And you are the first English one.
Ever. Man or woman.
Apparently, yeah.
You're still so awkward about it. And I
How
love
do you answer
it.
that?
Why are you
Like,
squirming?
Is that a question? I don't know if that's even a question.
What question would you like us to
I
ask?
don't know.
How did you find out?
We did a big media day on Thursday or
Mitch
media
rang
afternoon.
you, didn't he? When he rang you, he said it, didn't he?
No.
No,
Yeah.
but when did you find out you were going to play in your 5th Rugby World
Oh,
Cup?
sorry. I thought you meant when did you find out you're the only English person?
Oh, did you only find that out on Thursday at the
Yeah,
announcement?
Gabby Logan told me.
Your mate Gabs. Did she text you? Did she just drop your voice note? Pick that name up from the crowd. What did your mate Gabs say?
Mo and I were doing some media with her, and she pretty much one of her first questions, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was included in that. I just made myself choke then picking up Gabby's name. Yeah, so who knew? But no, found out, obviously Mitchell rang us we had a down week, a home week. Yeah, and he rang and confirmed, like most people knew along the way with how training was, and obviously the girls that unfortunately didn't make the final 32 were being told at some points along the way. So most people had a decent understanding of where they were. But obviously for him to actually say congratulations, that's quite cool.
He said it to you, didn't he? He said, I look forward to congratulating you on your 5th World Cup.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
In his little
person,
convo.
yeah.
Aww. Did you know when the phone call was going to happen?
No, we knew it was like Wednesday or Thursday.
Mm.
But we knew like he was going to ring. But yeah, like Scazzy said, you pretty much knew that it was going to be a positive call because you knew by process of elimination that you were kind of in. But it's still really nice to get that confirmation, wasn't it? And like he spoke very nice, he was super kind on everyone's calls that I've spoken to. So,
and then Deborah Griffin came into camp the other day and handed us a formal letter of congratulations
which was super cute.
Yeah,
Deborah Griffin, one of the 4 who organised the first Rogue 1991 Women's Rugby World Cup,
I can't wait to watch that film.
and
now president
of the RFU. Boom. Mo, you didn't go to the last one. You said at the presser that you were quite emotional, but that doesn't make you not resilient.
No, it doesn't.
Because being emotional doesn't mean that you are weak. It just means that you care.
So very deeply.
I love that.
It's true though. Like my heart is on my sleeve. Has been for my whole life. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm wholeheartedly agreeing with you.
Yeah. Sure. Has seen the entire range.
The
But
entire.
I also agree. I think it's a really good thing.
Yeah. But I think sometimes like, especially if you struggle to like control that, or like you seem to be crying a little bit more than others and stuff, like people think you're really weak or you're too soft or anything, but I wouldn't say I'm soft. I am a big softie, but I'm not soft. Like you can't walk all over me.
Like when Debs came in and presented us with our
I went then as
letter,
well.
like Mo was not like you weren't crying or anything, but you could see emotional.
Yeah.
But also I think this is your 3rd World Cup.
Yes.
3rd World Cup, has already won one, is 35 years old. Like it still means that much, and I think sometimes that's awesome. Like I don't necessarily think it's, maybe a little bit because of the last one, but I still think it's because of how much she cares about what she's still doing.
The worst thing that could happen to any country is if a player gets selected to represent them at a global showpiece event and they go,
Yeah. But I got goosebumps when my name was read out. We show emotion in different ways, that's all. But it doesn't mean neither of us care less about it.
as emotional as porridge.
Do you get goosebumps when you hear songs? Like lyrics of songs? No, I saw a meme the other day. Did you see this?
Relevance.
It says something like that you're way more in tune with your like emotional intelligence if you get goosebumps to certain music.
Well, this is
Do you
probably...
get goosebumps?
Well, you know how I feel about music. I love music, but I don't necessarily listen to lyrics.
No, but if you did hear the words, would you get goosebumps?
Is there
Possibly.
any music that gives you goosebumps?
National anthems.
There we are. Anthems, that's plural. Plural
So, like,
anthems.
yeah.
Whose
Which other
anthems?
ones?
Scotland,
Quite a lot of them.
obviously.
If like full
Scotland.
stadium, people are belting it and being passionate about something,
The Welsh one.
What, you get
Love that.
goosebumps?
probably.
God, I'm going to find that meme.
Is that like really the
know-
way you all
do you know
reacted?
what we're giving her for Christmas?
That's not a normal thing to say.
Is an album of anthems.
Yeah, literally.
Just the anthems of the world.
Love a
Do you
power
get
ballad.
emotional about music? Only anthems. I only get goosebumps in anthems, really.
Not anthems.
I don't say. But can I justify myself?
Gotcha. Please continue.
I think because we've lost Elma.
Go on.
Is that a really silly thing to say?
No.
I think because whenever you hear it, like I'm not listening to anthems in the car on the way here, like I'm not. So whenever you hear an anthem, it's probably before a sporting event.
And
or
you
something
love
big's
sport.
about to happen. There's a big crowd, there's an event, there's a whole thing, there's a bit of history, there's serious
Gina.
passion.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's why. So it's like the whole thing, as opposed to like if you just stood here now and started singing "God Save the King," I would not be getting goosebumps. But do you know what I mean?
Well, we'll try it later.
Let's give it a go. I just like to see something. Okay, so it definitely has
Let
to.
me know if you agree with me,
Yeah.
please.
There has to be in a sporting context.
Not necessarily sporting, but just like where it's been given some welly, you know.
Okay. I love that for you.
When the bagpipes strike, the hairs on.
I
Excellent.
sometimes
I'm
get
so
goosebumps
glad I
from
asked that.
some people's
yeah.
voices.
Oh.
I think my
Bold man.
yes, bald man.
John Mitchell's presser.
Not usually in press conferences. No.
Deep laugh, Emily. You really liked that one.
Bring us back on
Sorry,
track.
I can't.
Whose voice? No, we
like
can't
not
go
one-
there yet.
No, it's not like individual. It's just like sometimes when I listen to something. So like I listen to the radio, and it's just like frequencies. Sometimes I go, "Oh, that's really good."
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
not what's being said, how.
Yeah, it's probably more the technique. And
Have
the
you ever got
quality of
goosebumps
the
from a
voice.
meow?
No, not a cat meow. No, sorry.
What?
Cat what?
A cat meow.
Oh, I thought you said mow.
I thought you said cat meow.
Meow. Yeah. So to go back to the Anthem thing,
Yes.
at what point do we launch the campaign to go from Emily Scarratt MBE to Dame Emily Scarratt?
Yeah, she rang me after we left the day to talk about this. She was like, "Where did that come from?"
What do you mean? So at Squad Announcement Day, I did raise this, and this is not the first time we've obviously broached the topic. Why did you ring Mo to ask where
It's
did
not
this
the
come
reason
from?
I rang Mo.
Oh,
We were chewing
Sorry
the
again.
fat
Don't
on
let
the
the
day.
truth get in the story.
Okay.
and that, yeah.
Okay,
I'll add context.
okay.
We were just chewing the fat. And then I think Mo said something about Dame Scarratt, and I was like, what on earth? I was like, where did that even come from? I just feel like it's I don't know. Again, it's one of those things like, was that a question? Or
Would you like to start the campaign with me, Mo? We don't need her approval here.
God, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Don't we just have to write a letter?
Is
that
it
how
like a
works?
petition? Does it need to be?
I think we just write a letter. How did you get your MBE? Did your grandma write in?
probably.
Do I write to my MP? I have done this already, so I can write to my MP. I have his email address. He replied to me as well.
Really?
Yeah, I love democracy. It's my favorite thing. You can participate in the change and in the process, which is why I'm fully confident that we can make her a dame. If Dame Jessica Ennis-Hill can be a dame, and she went straight from MBE to dame, she didn't go Order of the British Empire, Commander of the British Empire.
OBE, CBE for anyone.
Why are
that
you doing
needs
your
to
face?
know.
Sorry, Jessica Ennis-Hill, like boss lady.
On par.
No one has ever played 5 Rugby World Cups for this country.
Scaz.
Yes? Okay, slow blink. That's all we got out of her.
No,
For
that
the
means
audio
she's
listener,
thinking.
Yeah, the slow blink means the wheel is spinning.
It's iconic.
Yeah. 120 people went to your media
Oh, how good.
and squad announcement day. Obviously, we were most excited for our Mo because
Aw.
of the path that the journey that we've been on. We were really excited for you and for Meg Jones. Megan was in great shape again on the day. Very funny at the press conference, asking questions. Who's the funniest person in the team?
I like
That
that
was
they put.
funny.
Yeah, I like
Yeah, you
that.
did
I'm
well there.
straight pan
Yeah.
straight away.
Puff. Not you.
Yeah, not you.
Hannah Bottoman. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go home.
She tries too hard. Like if you're that funny, you don't have to try.
We did all laugh,
Yeah.
except you guys.
Oh, at Meg.
Yeah. Yeah, asking a question.
Bigger laugh for Hannah Bottoman reply. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
But Hannah
happy with
Bottoman
that?
wasn't asking the question at the press conference, entertaining the rest of us. It's the most rogue thing. Like, in what world is Ellis Genge going to stand up at a men's England, like Bros' press conference and go, "Oh, who's the funniest person here?" Do you like my Ellis Genge accent?
yeah, fair enough.
That's great. Then,
good point.
next thing on the to-do list, Baby Burton. Abby Burton getting selected for the Rugby World Cup squad and answering when someone asked her, what does this mean? And what did your parents say? She said, honestly, my parents are just really happy that I'm living independently
Yeah.
and that I got my degree.
She said they're just so proud that I'm just here living. And I thought, oh,
That's mad, isn't it?
yeah.
Context.
Yeah.
Everything.
Context is so key. Yeah. Unreal.
For those who don't know, Abby Burton, go watch the episode, has been on a health journey, had to learn to re-walk and is still so young. And she did say when producer Shara and I were chatting to her that she wasn't sure that she was going to make the squad. She did feel like she was right on the edge of potentially not making it. So,
But also, she's not really, well, she was obviously playing sevens for a long time, had an encephalitis, playing sevens, came back, and then has only really been playing 15s this last season
Yeah,
properly, like really committed to it. Obviously, she's played it a lot in her life, but so actually almost irrelevant of her illness piece to enter a squad that quickly is pretty amazing.
Especially like,
And then you add that bit into it, like it's phenomenal. Fair play.
Yeah.
unreal.
Congratulations to Abby Burton. We're
Get it,
so
Bertie boy.
excited.
Yeah.
Go Bertie boy. And then give us the report back, Emily Scarratt, on all of the Moisms that we've missed. Because you guys have been in and about camp now for 934 years, haven't you?
Yeah.
Goodness,
Yeah.
we have. And also, we've chosen to holiday with each other when we haven't been in camps. That's been
Yeah.
cute.
That
Yeah.
has been
You were in
cute.
the caravan down in Wales.
So we were in the
Yeah.
caravan. We did a little LA trip because straight after Six Nations we had our holiday break. So we did a bit of holidaying then. Then we came straight back to camp pre-season, which has just gone on forever until now, basically. So yeah, we're roommates. So we spend a lot of time together.
So what have we missed?
Let me.
She's been
consult my
taking
phone.
notes.
I don't have a huge amount because I think some of them I just breeze over me now.
Okay. So if you are new here, our Mo is darling,
funniest person in the
dear, brilliant rugby player. Also heart of gold and has a brain that works in a really particular way. And literal is the word I would use.
Very literal.
A very, sometimes so logical that even us, we get left behind.
That's a really nice explanation.
It's like,
Yeah,
how,
it's
how
fair.
diplomatic
No,
of
yeah,
me.
very diplomatic, very fair.
Okay.
I don't know how well these are going to retell, obviously, but at the time,
Give it beans.
certainly one of them I was wetting myself. Okay, so we were on holiday, had a little trip to the caravan in Wales. We were down on the beach, just wandering across the sand, having a drink, just chatting about life. And the tide's gone quite far out, so there's a fair amount of seaweed just on the sand. Mo's not a massive fan of the sea for the seaweed. So
And because of David Attenborough.
yeah.
Love the man, but he ruined it with the programme Deep Sea. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Honestly, the amount of stuff that's in that ocean, mind blown.
Every time there's a
carry on.
hole in the sand, she thinks like a giant worm's going to come up
There
and get
was
her.
a programme, no, sorry, I have to do it. There was a programme where this worm, like basically it was just a seabed, and then all of a sudden this worm thing comes up. It must have been about 1 metre long, opened its mouth, like massive, must have been 1 metre open, took a fish and went straight back into the seabed. And the fish was gone. And since then...
Could have been AI.
No, it wasn't AI. It was on David Attenborough. He does not deal in AI, really. He does not. That was before AI, surely. Don't wind me up, because if that's AI, it's actually ruined the sea for me.
I get a
But
meme,
now-
I reckon, every other day from Mo, forwarding me one on, and then all she writes is AI or real ? Like
No.
every other day.
Sorry, and also, while we're there, I'm going tangent now. But while we're there, I had to ask my phone, which actually worked. You know how phones listen to you, which is really scary, and I don't like
It's going to
it.
happen again now. You've just
Yeah,
spoken
but
about it.
I'll ask it again. But I had to ask my phone to stop showing me stuff. It would be like an octopus, like literally getting into the smallest hole on the beach, or like something coming out of the beach, like a big worm thing. And it was freaking me out. And I had to say, I'm really sorry, I don't like these reels, please stop showing me them. And it actually worked. It did work.
Mo
You
did-
spoke to the algorithm.
Yeah, I spoke to the algorithm. Well, it
Mo
listens
didn't
when you don't
realise
want
that,
it.
like,
Do you know what I
actually
mean?
listens to you, because she was telling everyone, this worm, and like kept forwarding on these memes.
The
to
more
people.
you engage
the more
with
you
it.
engage.
Yeah.
We told her this, and then she was like, "Oh, okay." And then she was like, "Can you please stop sending me worms on the beach?"
It's worked. I haven't had an octopus since. Honestly.
But
If it
you have
comes
literally
now-
just opened the door again
If
now.
it comes
Yeah.
out, I'm going to send it you, and then I'll ask it again.
Do you know
'Cause
that
you need to see it?
like after we spoke about, okay, never mind. We're like going on so many tangents here. Give us the rest of the Moism.
Okay, sorry, yeah. So we're on the beach, seaweed, tide's out.
Oh, that wasn't even the story.
Mo, we're just walking along, and Mo goes, "What's seaweed even from?" And I was like, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, it's from the sea. And she turns to me and goes, "Well, the sea has a weed, is it?"
And then
So I'm wetting myself, like disbelief, looking back at her, and then she went, I just saw this like penny physically drop in her head. She went, "Oh, it's our weed, isn't it?" And I was like, "Oh God."
So you thought historical we.
where has it come from? That is back to the OG question.
The sea's weeds grow under the sea, where
Why
normal
is it
weeds
floating
grow
then?
because it is the seaweed that is become unattached from where it grows. Do you know, like when you cut grass and there's grass cuttings lying around?
Yeah, who cuts it?
who cut the seaweed.
Yeah.
We should ask David Attenborough this. I think we should put it out to him. We should have a whole episode.
You know what the worst thing is? My niece, same holiday, my niece who's like 4, don't really like the sea, was trying to be really brave for her. She wanted to go in the sea with Auntie Mo, so fine, went in, waded in, so much seaweed around me, and I just don't like the feel of it. Like, I don't like it when it touches, but was trying to be really brave because I've got Ottie in my hands. And I was like, oh, it's all right. She was like, oh, I don't like seaweed, Auntie Mo. I said, it's all right, Ottie, like, it's not going to hurt you or anything, like, thinking I really hate this stuff as well. And then she goes, I don't hate it, Auntie Mo, I just don't like how it feels. And I thought, fair enough.
Logic
You
from a
win.
4-year-old.
Yeah. Absolutely schooled by my 4-year-old niece.
Yeah, but you can totally be not down with the texture.
Yeah, it's I think it's that.
That's
like mushrooms,
logic.
can't stand them.
Yeah.
Side note.
The other one was the other morning at breakfast. Mo went, do you actually think Weetabix is fuel for big days? To which Claudia MacDonald, who is incredibly intelligent and with it, just went, Mo, do you actually think Red Bull gives you wings? I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that one was
Thanks,
good.
Claudia. Yes. Yeah.
And that's probably the best too.
Fuel for big days.
Yeah, because I thought we're going into a big day. Should I have Weetabix, or is that true or is it not true?
What are the other marketing slogans that you fall for? I'm concerned.
What else is there?
Yeah, I'm genuinely worried. But it's great to have you
Trying to think.
and all of your Moisms. It's very entertaining. So many of your colleagues have pods in camp now. I mean, literally, it's
All of them.
what happens.
Yeah.
So, how do you guys divvy up who has which story for their show?
That's a good question.
Because if something happens in camp that's funny,
We tend to just stick to things that we've done, maybe. Mo offers enough fuel for this show, I think.
okay,
Most
yeah,
I think the difference is like we're just such good friends. Do you know what I mean? So like the camaraderie that we have when we sit on the sofa. It's like Ella Toon and Alessia Russo. Do you know what I mean? Same, best mates forever. So
same.
it's just a different vibe you get when you're here, and then you sprinkle in a Meg Jones and a KDM to the mix. Like, freaking world's our oyster.
Who are you pitching to?
Yeah.
Why is that a saying?
There we go.
The world is our oyster.
Yeah.
Do you not like oysters?
No, why is that a saying? I don't understand.
Because what
gonna
do
Google
you
it.
think?
You. That's what I used to do when I was a teacher. If I didn't know the answer, I'd say, "You find out and come back to me."
Actually, on that topic, we got a great piece of mail.
Okay.
Royal Mail, thank you for bringing us toys. This is someone had this delivered. It says Mo Hunt, GSR Podcast, Folding Pocket Productions. If you want our address, please let me know. Someone sent you a gift, Mo.
I love gifts.
A book called Red Herrings and White Elephants by Albert Jack. And an accompanying letter.
The origins of phrases we use every day.
To Mo. I've absolutely loved listening to the GSR podcast over the past few months. This is handwritten, by the way. I love it.
A handwritten letter.
You and the team create such a brilliant vibe,
National
showcasing
anthems.
the amazing people and personalities in the women's game. I've also been thoroughly entertained by your occasional distractions whenever a metaphor, idiom, or analogy pops up.
Perfect timing, Elma. Good
Mainly
segue.
because it mirrors my own habit of going off on those kinds of tangents. I'm sending you this book, which was gifted to me years ago. It's not only unpacks the hidden meanings behind common sayings, but also dives into the fascinating history behind them. Sadly, throwing the baby out with the bathwater is not in there. But it lifts the lid on why dishing the dirt relates to gossip, or why biting the bullet means to endure something tough, and its interesting origin. I hope it brings some fun insights and satisfies a bit of your curiosity. Good luck for the rest of the upcoming World Cup. We're all cheering you on. Best wishes, Phil Walton.
Right, Phil Walton. I've never finished a book in my life other than Where's Wally at School, and I think this is going to be the first one. My ears are burning.
This is going to be so
This is
very good.
actually... I can't wait to have
We're gonna-
bedtime
yeah.
stories with you.
This is going to be so good. Can you please just go live?
This can be
Yeah.
the start of my social media charge.
Yeah.
This can be
Scazzy,
it.
can you document
Maybe I'll do
bedtime,
one a
Do one a
day.
day.
bedtime
Shall
stories?
we?
Phil Walton's bedtime stories.
Yeah.
We appreciate you and the thoughtfulness
That's
of
really
this
good.
book that belonged to Phil. and has been sat on his bookshelf, and he has now posted it to us.
That's very,
Thank
very
you
good.
so much. I am going to come up with so many sayings now. I'm going to try and get a new one in every day.
I can't wait.
It's actually
Meg
been
had a
such
good
long
one the other
time.
day.
Meg did it. I didn't know whether to save it for when Meg was on.
Too late.
Too late. It wasn't. What was hers? We were just chatting about something, and she was like, "Yeah, but they got like a right bean in their bonnet about something," and we were like, "A what? A what in their bonnet, Meg?" It's like
And
bean,
she
and we
was
were like,
Fuming. A bean in her bonnet. She was fuming because I laughed as well, and she was actually so upset about it. Wasn't she? I was like, stupid girl.
Oh, she does. She is a joker. I think she should just ride that train all the way home.
No,
We're just
she
gonna
was
make it
she was a bit fuming about it.
a
wasn't she?
bean in a bonnet.
bean in the bonnet. Yeah.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's been a long old pre-season stint, hasn't it? We've been grafting. We've gone from running a lot, well, always running a lot, but less rugby at the start. Lots of running, lots of circuit stuff, lots of working hard. Now, obviously, lots more rugby come in, which is always nice.
What was with the Italy bit?
Italy bit was
Warm weather training,
warm weather
ironically.
training,
It was hotter here.
but we did hit the hottest.
It literally
week
was
in
like
the UK.
36 degrees
Yeah.
here. I
I
was like,
know.
why did you guys bother going all the way there?
I know this is the classically Brit thing to say, but the heat abroad was different.
Yeah.
It was different kind of heat.
Yeah. Different.
You guys just went there for the pasta, let's be
Yeah,
honest.
but to be fair,
And the ham.
yes,
I had a
lots
lot of Parma ham.
lots of Parma ham.
I had an awful lot, and I really appreciated that every slice I ate, I thought, this is originated here.
Yes.
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez. Scaz is
I was just thinking
completely
we were
lost.
in Treviso.
Yes. Which is in the region. Is it not in?
I don't know.
We weren't even in
yeah, I'm
Parma.
not sure. We were Treviso actually
There we
invented
are.
the tiramisu though,
Oh,
so that was fun.
that's the home of tiramisu.
Yeah.
Riddle me that.
Yeah, very good. But it was good to get away because obviously when you're at home, even though you're on camp, when you're in England, there's obviously people have other things to go and do, or some people in London go back home or chill out in different ways. Whereas obviously when you're abroad and you're away, no one has anywhere really to go other than be with each other and stuff. So it was quite a cool bit of bonding time for that one now.
Yeah, it
Where's
was
your
nice.
Spice Girl mate?
I know. Do you know what? I even tagged her in stuff, but I didn't hear anything back. But I think she was on holiday, so I let her off.
Okay. Right. Any moment now.
Yeah.
Like, feel free.
Yeah, I know.
Drop an invite. there.
She was actually so lush.
Was she nice?
I haven't spoke about that.
No.
Yeah, so lovely. Like, genuinely just so warm, really interested about everything we're doing. And we had such a nice day.
She's always
She
been
even
my
asked my number at the end, but she hadn't texted me yet, so still waiting.
It is actually super cool, like Sporty Spice.
So cool.
A Spice Girl, but it's definitely Sporty Spice.
Well, when we were growing up, there wasn't really any female role models.
Just wanted to be Sporty Spice.
Well, yeah, everyone
Athletic,
wanted.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There wasn't really any females that were out there. Obviously, Dame Jessica Hill, but that would only be really
That would have
around
been
the
a bit
Olympics,
later,
and it was
yeah.
quite, or like whenever, obviously athletics was on, you didn't really know a lot about them otherwise.
But what
Sporty Spice was always there.
what Mel did is she made being athletic aspirational.
Yeah.
It wasn't aspirational because she was exceptional at sport. It was just a way of dressing. It's an aesthetic. It's the sporty girl has a
Yeah.
place along the table. And I think this is like the thing that people don't realize is that that level of representation, her standing there next to Posh Spice, next to Baby Spice, that we can have friends that have different ways of expressing themselves. We don't all have to be copy and paste versions of each
100%,
other in
yeah.
order to be friends.
Yeah.
It was so
Totally
cool.
agree.
And so many people, like so many of like my friends, obviously all the sporty girls, were just like, oh my God, as if. It was so cool.
She's always been my favorite.
Yeah.
Always. And me.
She's the
Fair
best.
play to Volvic.
We did a little photo shoot of our own as well.
We did.
You guys did
Ooh.
Honda, you did Mel C, we went all the way to Peckham, first time for everyone.
I've never been to Peckham.
Sorry, I was
but
trying to work out if I was there. I was there.
You were definitely there.
We have photo evidence, Mo. Yes, you
No,
were
I
there.
thought it was the one you did in the farm.
No.
And then I was
No.
All three of
processing
us were there
Peckham.
in
Yeah.
Peckham. I've never been to. Did you ever watch Only Fools and Horses as a
Is
kid?
that in Peckham?
That's where they're from, Peckham. It's
Did
where
you
it's
ever watch
based.
that?
My parents did, yes.
So
Brilliant.
good. So going
Yeah.
to Peckham was. I sent a meme on the family group and they're all loving it. Big.
I feel like
big
what-
Only Fools and
what was
Horses.
the
This
fans.
meme?
Peckham in
It was the one
2025,
where
though.
Del Boy's dressed as Batman and Rodney's Robin, and they're running through the street.
Why didn't we do that? We should have reenacted that.
Do you know when my folks came to visit me here in London for the first time, I took them to Only Fools and Horses in the West End. There's a West End show.
That's fun.
They absolutely, I mean, they were wetting themselves, as Scazzy would say. They were having the best time ever. Not that my dad could fit into the little stalls, because my dad is 6'7", so he was sitting out with his legs in the aisle. But they had the best time ever. Scazzy's farm was another great adventure.
Yeah, that looked so fun. You've been very busy.
You have been very busy.
You've been holding the fort, really.
And you're going to be so busy over the World Cup.
Yes, and you can keep an eye on the Blue Tits channel for all of the BTS of that. So the normal pod will be here for the next 10 weeks. Make sure that you have subscribed. Hit like and subscribe, tell your friends.
Like and subscribe.
Every Thursday, as usual, in your diary. We will bring you big guest interviews, previews of the weekend ahead. Next week when you're in France, Katie Daly-McLean, for example, will be in the Hitho. And then you'll be back the week after with our Megan. And we can hear all about the bean.
Really?
In the bonnet. You can say that. I'm glad she wasn't here for that. Because we just don't need to feel that fire.
Never ever say that to Meg. Well,
Never.
She's got a microphone.
Brilliant. I hope she hears this back.
I'm going to tell her.
Maybe we just nickname Meg
can't
the
wait to hear
Bean.
all about it.
Maybe we should just nickname her the Bean.
In the bonnet.
Maybe that's it.
In the bonnet.
Yeah, no,
of the
no
Barbie car.
bonnet, just Bean.
And then on Sundays / Mondays, Nick Heath will join me for a little review of the weekend's rugby. So we will do a tight turnaround, a short show, just to keep everyone up to date, you know, because there's a lot of action that's going to be happening every weekend during the Rugby World Cup. You girls are going to be busy. So Nick is joining me for that, and you can keep an eye out for that on a Monday after the weekend's action. And then a bit like how we stopped by the day before the Rugby Awards with the PWR to do your awards in camp. Remember when you won the Best Chinos of the Year award, Scazzy?
Yeah.
That went off.
By the way, what did you guys think I was doing? You looked so surprised that day when I walked into your team hotel.
It's just, obviously we know
Two
each
words
other reasonably
colliding.
well now, and just no one had mentioned that you guys were rolling in. So it was just a shock to see you all.
Like Shira and I marching in like we belong there.
Well, we thought you might have text.
Just let us know.
Hey, girls.
Yeah.
In the neighbourhood.
But that would
Fancy
have
a coffee.
That would have ruined the surprise.
Well,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. And then you guys looked like, what are you doing here?
Sorry, I
Yeah.
also did say to Zoe, I know I got told not to, but I said, I think they're in for the awards later for that meeting. So in case you might win, you might want to put like something different on. And then on top, she had those little shorts, and we got given that vest from my new favourite place ever, by the way, Water's Edge. But she was just there with her Water's
Everyone
Edge
was in their
top.
proper camp slobs, weren't they? And all of a sudden it's like awards night.
Like you'd think that they would have said, girls, like maybe just, do you know?
Maybe.
You might be on camera.
Yeah.
You might be played out to a room full of people in suits. Do you want to? No worries.
Do you know what your faces gave when Shira and I walked past you and you looked so stunned, and everyone else was like, hey, and the two of you were like, what are you doing here? It was a bit like your mom at
when
your
your parents
school.
roll up to school.
Yeah. When your mom turns up at school and you're like, what are you doing here? You are only going to embarrass me. Please get out of the way.
I'm never embarrassed by you guys.
But you did look a little disturbed. So it's going to be a bit like that. I just have to warn you that we are going to pop up.
What is?
In camp.
That's going to happen again.
We're gonna make our appearance
In camp.
when you are in camp.
Okay.
Mom's coming to school.
How
Prepare
often?
yourselves. From time to time.
Excellent.
just random
Can't wait.
drop-ins.
Let us know, because it would be lovely to see you socially as well as professionally.
Yeah, but see the days that we are there, you will not have time to social.
As well as professionally.
I don't know why that's so funny. Literally, that's another one. I don't get it.
We are never professional, Mo. Like this show has never once
but
been
like-
professional.
There's a difference between like shoving a microphone in front of our face or us actually having a catch up.
But you literally sound no different whether there is a microphone or not.
No, I understand.
To me, the experience is the same.
Fair enough. Kill him with logic.
But I will try and give you a heads up.
Excellent.
And say, Mo, I'm coming through the door.
Love it.
Okay. So will you be listening from camp. Just
Gotcha.
checking.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, if it's
Right.
good enough.
No, yeah, well, we will.
Of
If
course
the,
we will.
If the cut downs are funny, you'll be like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
click on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be putting it on our speaker in our room. Don't worry, she will be listening.
And the pictures that we took in Peckham when we were there, Dalboy, will soon be used on our new YouTube channel, The Good, The Scaz and The Rugby.
Buzz in.
New YouTube channel.
We're setting up our own channel.
There we are.
Make sure that you have subscribed and please tell your friends
Like and
about
subscribe.
it. Yeah, help us launch this YouTube channel. Let's make it go big. The Good, The Scaz and The Rugby. So we used to be in the same house as the boys with The Good, The Bad and The Rugby. So you'd see all of us together in the same place. Now the girls have The Good, The Scaz and The Rugby.
Converted the garage.
New
we-
hen house.
Basically, the hen house has gone big. Yeah.
No, better than a hen house.
Sorry, I was just reading my book.
Okay. So let's move on. Looking forward to Rugby World Cup. There are a number of warm-up games flying all over the place. I've loved seeing all of the action. You guys have one against Spain and one against France over the next few weekends.
Yes.
Yes,
Spain
yes.
at home, France away. What's
Yes.
the job? So, like, what's the goal? What are you going to do? I mean, outside of winning.
See how good we can be.
Come
Yeah.
now, man. Like,
Come on now. What?
I think genuinely warm-up games are literally to get going.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't expect the world.
Pre-season is always, when you're in it, the hardest thing ever. But until you physically play a game, and often play a game against somebody who doesn't know your calls and doesn't know what's coming and doesn't expect certain things, because obviously they train against you all the time and everyone knows the same stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing like it. So you just got to get out there and actually play, and warm-up games are literally for that. So it will be far from perfect. It will be about, I don't know, everyone getting an opportunity to get going, getting some combos going, trying a few things, and then
Physically getting battered.
physically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buzzing.
22 sleeps until Sunderland. Boom.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Really.
We're so close.
Okay. Other warm-up games, by the way, if you missed them, Wallaroos got beaten by Wales out in
Mad.
Australia. Ballamore,
Big
12-14. Welsh girlies.
I know.
Oh, how
The
happy.
photo there.
Oh, how
Beth
happy were
Ann's-
you for
Oh, so buzzing.
all of your...
Buzzing for Linny, buzzing for the girls. I thought like some people just really stood up. Like I think Flaky George, she looked unreal, and like the way she was striking the ball, like I just feel like she hasn't done it like that for a little bit of time. Like
It
she's
looks
had
a
a
rough
bit of
day
a
as well, weather-wise, didn't it?
yeah. She had a bit of a thing with her knee, but like the way she was putting her foot through the ball, honestly, kicking it like 80 metres, I was absolutely loving it for her.
Shout out Kath Bav as well, old Loughborough girl.
Yeah.
First cap. for
Old Hartbury
Wales.
girl, actually.
Old Hartbury girl as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A first cap, and Kelsey's 50th. Beth Ann's interview after, like just so emotional
Did
for
you hear
him all.
Linny's little speech in the circle?
Yeah,
as well?
I was actually going because that's literally what I used to say to her.
Oh, you
the
little
same bloke.
genius.
He's got a new group now,
The
mate.
same bloke. We're on this journey. Yeah, I know. I want to be there.
Stop talking about it, okay? I don't want to hear it.
But no, really, really cool for them, and like a massive statement piece as well. Because I think Australia looked amazing, especially that first half against New Zealand recently. Like defensively, I thought they were so sharp. Like what they were pulling together. So that's a huge statement for Wales as well. Going
Also,
over
their
there.
first game as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Normally, as we've just said, it takes a while to properly get going. And
Yeah,
Fair play.
definitely.
Speaking of fair play, I actually sent this to Babal Walacha. Lani Tiart DM'd me on Instagram saying she was there when the women box played the Black Ferns 15 at Athlone Stadium in Cape Town on the weekend. So it's the first of two fixtures against this Black Ferns 15, which is so important for the women box. And I just want to say thank you to New Zealand Rugby for sending a Black Ferns 15 out there. I mean, they did also have their squad announcement for ahead of the Rugby World Cup, but for the women box, having the opportunity to play against a Kiwi side, even if it is a Black Ferns 15, is massive for preparation. And Lani messaged me and said, I was there, really proud of the girls, such a vibe at the stadium, for sure a much better attendance compared to the game there against Italy in the summer. My male relatives who don't live in Cape Town were also watching it on TV out of their own. She said, so encouraging signs to see all around the women's game.
Amazing.
I sent it to Babalwa and she said, it's getting there. Thank you for being in our corner.
Yes.
Great there. 26-34, the final score for the Black Ferns, 15 winning out in Cape Town. But there's another fixture. And what we saw with the women box when Canada was just out there is that the improvement between the two Canadian fixtures was huge. Like the amount of work they then put in that week between the two. That's really the point, is not just to play the first one.
Yeah.
It's to have a second go at the same team and then fixing what you found to be the shortcomings in the first time around.
100%.
So fun. And Italy, 34-29 over Scotland. One thing we do need to discuss is the clip that came out from the pre-match press conference with Captain Rachel Malcolm, our captain. She did it with BBC Sports Scotland. Mo, you shared it on the stories as well. I think I shared it, we all did. Rachel said, it's been not ideal prep whatsoever. My ethos as a captain is to make my players feel like superwomen. It's to make them feel valued and make them feel like they belong. And the processes of what's gone on behind the scenes, this is now in the lead up to this fixture and during the preseason, has done almost the opposite of those three things. It's definitely made my job a little bit tougher. All of us are very passionate that the game in Scotland needs to grow. All of us are very passionate about being part of that process, but not at the detriment of our performance at this World Cup. It's slightly unfair to put us in a place where that distraction's been there. Now, what she's talking about is there was a story that came out in the middle of June about contracting at Scottish rugby around the Scottish women, and the CEO, Alex Williamson, spoke to the BBC about this and said that it's an uncomfortable situation. But he did at the time, and this was the 18th of June, say before they play, they will know exactly what is going on. I'm guessing that's why we heard from Rachel Malcolm the day before they played this warm-up fixture, because they were all obviously still in contract negotiations and they're clearly not feeling like this outcome is helping them perform better. We don't know all of the ins and outs of the situation, but what does it do to your World Cup preparation when you've got all of this going on?
It's so hard. Like we've been in obviously various situations over the years, and fundamentally, like you, in order to prepare well for anything, and this goes for any walk of life, you need to be comfortable and stable. And obviously for us at the moment, that's essentially with jobs and with contracts. So I really feel for the girls. I think it's a really tough situation for many of those Scottish players. You know, they've fought so hard over the last couple of cycles to be at World Cups, because obviously they missed a couple, I think. So to be at World Cups, and obviously they've made such huge improvements over the last few years as well, especially, that actually they want to go to a World Cup and properly compete at it and represent and show up as best as they possibly can. And they've shown over so many fixtures over the last couple of years that they're now able to do that properly on a world stage. But with all of this going on in the background, it's so distracting, and you can't help but kind of take away from probably your preparation and where your mindset is at with it all. I think the timing is the biggest thing. Like, you just assume and hope that all these things could have been done and settled by now, so that the girls are just head down looking towards, the World Cup. I also think one of the best ways to grow a game is to have a really successful national team. And I know you top down, bottom up, there's arguments both ways, but fundamentally, if Scotland go to the World Cup, compete and show up as best they possibly can and do really well, then that's going to be really beneficial for the game in Scotland. And unfortunately, they're in a position, as Scotty said, where not that they're not going to do that, but it's incredibly tough for them to do that with everything else going on.
Yeah, losing a warm-up to Italy doesn't bode well.
No, not at all. I think the other thing that is quite telling is how many of the girls have shared what she said. And also, Scotty isn't somebody that comes out in the press and makes controversial statements or goes out there and wants to cause a riot about anything. So there's obviously something pretty major going on right now for them.
And head coach Brian Eason has announced his departure at the end of this World Cup.
Yeah, we don't obviously know anything about it, but it looks like it's a real tricky time for them. And as Scaz was saying, going into World Cups, going into major tournaments, everything is about trying to eliminate all of the stress and everything external to be able to just go and solely focus on whatever's in front of you. Because for some people, this might be their only opportunity to do that. For others, we know how tightly matched the whole Wales-Scotland thing is. That's the one game the first game of the World Cup, the one that everyone's going to target in that pool, in terms of who comes out of that pool and gets to that quarter-final. And to be having all of this stuff and the girls to be feeling however they're feeling up there is just really not ideal. So anything we can do to help that situation, come at us, let us know.
What's the context here that a lot of people might not be aware of in terms of where have we seen examples of this happen before? How have other nations done it, or done it better? Like, is there an example of a relevant case that could be looked to?
Well, what they're saying, from my understanding, is that BBC article about bringing the game to Scotland. That's like the lines that I'm drawing from this, is that they want to look to obviously improve that Celtic challenge. And the other obvious example is what's happened in Ireland over the years, where I think the same performance guy has gone across to Scotland now that was in Ireland, that was the one that, like, the Irish girls, if they don't play in Ireland, don't get contracted. So, like, we've got Sam Monaghan, Dorothy Wall made the decision to come over to Exeter and not take a contract because the rugby's better here. She wanted to improve herself. And I know, obviously, tragic that she got injured, but that Six Nations, I think that was probably some of the best rugby we saw her play in an Irish shirt in terms of actually throwing herself around. So, like, to Scaz's point, like, I think you have to grow the game to a point where it's good enough where you then pull your best players back. If your best players are being held back by being in a situation where they're not being challenged week in, week out, like, yes, maybe they'll be challenged on the pitch, but it's about the training. It's about who's running around alongside them, who's making them better, like, day in, day out, like what your S&C are like, all of that sort of thing. And until you've got those infrastructures in place, in my opinion, it's really difficult to then say, hey, come back and let's build this together. Because a lot of those girls, especially in the Scottish camp, a lot of the Irish girls, like, they've gone past that point. Like, that's fine for people that are 21, 22, 23, that are going to have a really long time ahead of them and they can really jump through that. But when you're towards, like, the back end of your career and you've got that experience, like what Scotty, Was and that, Nelly have been playing with Scaz and, like, attack coaches it for Loughborough for how many years, like 5th World Cup. You don't get experience and knowledge from people like that by trying to build from the bottom up. Like, you have to have people like that, your best of your best, in place where they're improving week in, week out. And for me, that is the PWR right now. Like, there's no other competition that is. That's why we're seeing New Zealand come over, Canada come over. I think, did you see, sorry, I'm going on a real rant, but Tyson GOOSEBUMPS press release the other day about how they don't really fear England anymore because they're playing with us all the time. And that's, like, taken a bit of the psyche away from Canada for them. Yeah. So actually, like, it's proven that it works to come over to the PWR and improve and get better. Like, you've seen it in so many nationalities. So why would you try and pull people away when they're getting game time week in, week out? I think
it's also relevant to mention that the South African men's and women's program takes a very pragmatic approach when it comes to this. So Lynn Cantwell, when she was DOR of women's rugby in South Africa, literally helped place players like Babal Walacha and Danelle Lochner in PWR clubs to give them the opportunity, exactly as you say, like Tyson Bokerboom said, to play against the best players in the world in a league where they do get to kind of look behind the scenes, learn from, but also grow confidence in their own ability. So there is a way to, I think, balance in a really progressive way an and solution that allows for the development of the domestic league, but also giving key players the opportunity to play elsewhere.
I agree on all of them. I think fundamentally, like, we've known, or people have known, that those contracts are coming to an end in the time frame. Like, somewhere someone needs to have more foresight that actually these conversations aren't going on now in the middle of something before players have either committed, or most players have committed to a club, or everyone knows they're going to be part of a pre-season into World Cup and then they'll go back to club, whether that's up in Scotland or anywhere else in the world. So actually the foresight to make sure that all of this sort of stuff is done, whatever they want to do with it, whatever it is, so that actually the girls can be really comfortable with either the decisions they've made, if they've had to make decisions, or the contracts that they have or whatever, so that they can then just go, bosh, World Cup, let's go, let's see what we can do without all the other stuff.
It's not even that, like, it's the livelihood now. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is our jobs we're talking about. It's not like before it was our hobbies. Yeah. But now, like, people are contracted, so it's literally their livelihood. And I honestly don't even know what's going on, but the thought of potentially not even having a job when you come out of something that's meant to be one of the pinnacle of your career. I don't know if that is the situation they're in, but reading between lines, like, what? Yeah.
It's really sad. It's tough.
But if the South African men's team could win a World Cup and back it up with a second win with 60% of their players based elsewhere and still grow a pathway domestically that competes and holds its own with the best in the world, then I think...
Just the final thing to say is I think if there's one team that with a lot of external issues can pull together as a group of players...
It's the Scottish
Scotland.
girls.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and that is the one thing we have seen
Yeah.
from them, is that the bond between them as a group is unreal. And this could serve to galvanize the ties that bind them, and they might win in spite of, not because of, like the system within which they're functioning.
Well, when your captain puts her neck on the line and speaks like that, do you know what I mean? People run through brick walls for that girl anyway. So
Yeah.
it's only going to unite them.
It's going to take on a whole new level. Now it's time for our favourite new section of the show called the Honda Noticeboard.
Should we get a jingle?
I like the Noticeboard.
Honda notice. It needs a jingle.
How does it
Okay.
go, Scuzzy?
I don't know. I just thought about it then. I'm shoulders moving, but no noise yet.
And eyebrows.
I'll let you know.
That shoulder jig is just the
Just
funniest.
TikTok this.
TikTok, Auntie Scuzzy has just done the shoulder jig. She's waiting for you to put a song on it. First up on the Honda notice board, Emma Wassell back on the pitch. And the picture of the moms holding up the Welcome Back Emma poster, the nation's daughter.
How good.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Rachel Malcolm's mum and Rona Lloyd's mum.
you did sum it up incredibly well with the nation's daughter. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Really did.
But I feel like the whole of Scotland's rallied behind Emma Wassell at this stage. Like her whole story, this journey that she has been on of hardship, has just made everyone kind of stand behind her and kind of...
Yeah.
It's really hard not to, isn't it? With a story like hers and with the personality that she is.
When somebody like that comes back after 50 months out, you just want to see them get through. Like, I don't even care, with the greatest respect, how you play Wass. I just want you to be off that pitch and like then we can all celebrate. But like, she's a workhorse. The girl like literally just gets through such a shift when she plays rugby. And I think it was about 34 minutes watching her try and run around the breakdown, like to get into the defensive line. I was like, she's cooked. Like, and obviously it's hard coming back in anyway. And honestly, she was knackered.
She did say that she got her second win, thankfully.
Yeah,
I
she
think
did get a
half.
second win. She really like boosted again second half. But then she had that massive black eye as well. It's
shiner.
like, welcome back, bang.
In the post-match video interviews, you could see she's literally running on fumes.
Yeah.
Like it's just instinct talking. There's not a lot else like left in there. But it's great to see the opportunity to get out there for her. These like pre-Rugby World Cup matches are crucial for girls like her coming back into fitness.
So important. As I say, you don't get many opportunities to play in fixtures to almost prepare yourself for like the biggest thing. So to see her rack out, it was so good. Did you see the clip of her when her physio Flo
Yeah.
gave her a shirt? Obviously they've been through a hell of a lot together. Like super emotional, wasn't it? I think so cool. I think she's probably, the body's sore this week, I would imagine, to say the least.
Honestly though, like after having, what was it, like her chest ripped open, the way she was throwing herself into contact as well, unbelievable. Like fair play to the girl, honestly.
So good to
Incredible.
see her back. Go on, Wass.
Go on, Wass.
Go on, Wass. Okay, let's rattle through the rest of the Honda Notice Board. Blackfern squad announcement, Kelly Brazier, utility back.
Love that. Love to see it.
4 World Cups in 22, also not selected.
Mad.
Bit like someone else we know around here.
I don't think I contemplated that until I saw that release. But she's incredible. And her rugby CV and what she's achieved in her career.
I think it's got to be one of the best
it's
out there.
unrivaled. I think it's unrivaled for the women's game, 100%.
Congratulations, Kelly. Then if you are a Vinted girly, then keep an eye out for Mackenzie Carson. She's been posting some of apparently also her kit on Vinted. And then she also dragged Georgia Brock for only offering her £3 for one of the items.
So good.
In case you have missed it, the PWR announced that all of their games this year will be available to watch and stream.
Yes.
So TNT,
Yes.
BBC,
Yes.
YouTube.
Wow.
Yes.
You will have a choice, a variety of
That's
platforms.
excellent.
It's really very good.
Really very good.
And that was the Honda Notice Board. Thank you so much to everyone who contributed, especially Mackenzie Carson. And if you are going to any of the games over the next few weeks or to your local rugby club for any reason, maybe you're just dropping the kids to their rugby training, the Honda HRV is the car you want. It's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a huge boot for packed lunches and tackle pads and knee pads, as well as Honda hybrid technology, which means there's no need to plug in because it charges whilst you drive. It's a bit like magic. I don't know.
Yeah, that's mad, that.
Make sure you are commenting on our socials and our YouTube tagging us in your best Red Roses fan artwork to be mentioned on the Honda Noticeboard.
Fan artwork. Get
That
us
would
some
be
signs,
good.
boys.
Yes.
Apparently on our media afternoon there was, I don't know, Mackenzie Carson again told me about it, where some people were asked to draw other members of their team. So any sort of stuff like that would be well appreciated.
Feel free
Scaz
to
is telling you
draw
this because
Scazzy.
Mackenzie drew
she
me.
did
I didn't see it.
a
But
line for her back, her bum, and a line for her legs, and that was the
So
drawing.
I
straight
haven't
line,
seen it yet.
Bum.
big loop,
Yeah,
straight line
Yeah.
for the audio listener.
For the audience.
Yeah.
excellent.
Quick fire Lions prediction. Do you think, based on the way the Wobblies turned up in Melbourne, and how angry they are about that refereeing decision in the final minutes of the game, they will come back and make sure it's a 2-1 series? Or do you think it's 3-0, job's done, they are too far ahead now?
So, firstly, I think that was a hell of a clear out.
Come on,
I don't
Jack
understand
Morgan.
how you
Yeah.
can be angry about that.
I don't either. Like,
Me.
yeah.
What's your opinion on it?
My opinion is that it's a legal
Did you just
clean.
me.
It's a what?
Yeah, it's legal.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's legal.
Yeah.
I think if
Textbook.
a South African made that clean on an English person, though, I do think that many of the Brozers fans would have been angry because it was very physical.
It was physical.
And it was effective.
It was very effective.
And Hugo Keenan scored, so sorry.
Yes.
But you've got to take moments in isolation. If you add the wider context, and you're blurred.
Yeah, no, I do think it's a legal clear. I think, and Wayne Barnes has said so, and everyone who knows has said so.
Well, there we are. Job done then. He's from my neck of the woods. Side
Okay.
note.
Forest of Dean, here we go.
Anyway, Lions.
2-1, 3-0.
3-0.
I think it will be 3-0, yeah. Interesting though, isn't it? Like Lions job done, they all said they're probably going to have a big one. Where does your focus go? It's always, everyone exhales a little bit. I know everyone says they don't and they're all right up for it, but bound
but
to.
you-
And
More fire for Wallabies.
and Australia were so much better.
I think Australia is going to come back in that third test and
Really?
absolutely.
Also the MCG, how good did that look?
Did look
Oh,
sick.
Mega, mega.
Yeah, but I do think in Sydney, I think the Wobblies are going to come back like
What are you saying?
the Wobblies.
The Wobblies?
Yes, just
Like
me
Wallabies,
poking.
but being funny.
I'm
All
just
right, good.
poking fun at
Understood.
the Wallabies. Okay, cool. And on that topic, we have been the good, the Scaz, and the rugby. Have you got a final piece of wisdom from Phil's book that he sent you? What is the book called
but
again?
I don't
Give
know
us-
where it's gone. Red herrings and white elephants.
Okay.
Need to learn why that's called that.
I was about to say, do you know
Yeah,
what a red
can't
herring
wait
is?
for the red herrings and the white elephant story.
The origins of the phrases we use every day. And basically, pecking order comes from, in hen houses, there's a chief hen. Don't know if it's called chief, but a top hen. And then there's a hierarchical order.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a word? And the hen at the bottom isn't allowed to peck anyone, but all the other hens can peck the hens below them.
The runt.
So
Yeah.
the runt is only allowed to peck their grain, and everyone else can peck it, and it goes in order. So that's why it's called a pecking order.
Okay, and who's
Kind of you.
yeah,
I'm
where
the
do you
runt.
fit?
We know that. We don't need to go there. We can move on.
Scazzy's the top end.
You're the top hen.
You're the top hen.
But I don't pick anyone.
To be fair,
You're
maybe
more likely to peck
you're
than
the
me,
top
I
hen.
think.
You're the top hen.
Can we
Scazzy's
get a vote on that,
Scazzy,
or-
I'm sorry.
No.
Shira is the top end. She picks
Yeah,
everyone.
true.
Yeah,
True, true.
I think Scaz is, but we all think we are.
I
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
She's one of them.
She's a stealth top
Yeah,
end.
she's like the top hen. Like
Yeah.
doesn't act, like will peck everyone.
Doesn't need to peck.
yeah.
She just walks in and we all sit down.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we're just sitting on our little eggs.
Like she makes you think you're the top hen, but she's actually pecking you at the same time.
yeah. Quiet stealth picking.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Well, really insightful, and we will bring you more red herrings and white elephants as this Rugby World Cup unfolds, and then over the next 10 weeks on the show. Make sure that you follow the Good, the Scaz, and Rugby everywhere. Join the Blue Tits specifically on the gram if you haven't, because that's where you're going to get all the stuff that we can't put on stories because it's a little too much on the edge. We also make fun of Katie Daly McLean, and she now has access to that group, so she's going to be biting back. It's just a question of time. Make sure that you have subscribed to our YouTube channel and shared it with all of your friends as well, because we need to grow that guy while we've got the gap now. And if you want to change the game, let's change the game, right? All right, as I always say to you guys, we are the Good, the Scaz, and the Rugby. A Folding Pocket production produced by
Shira Kilgallen.
Chief Pecker.
Nice.
You've been listening to The Good, the Scaz, and the Rugby with the Blue Tit.
The one that always wears red.
And the croissant queen.
Thanks for listening. That was good. Thank
Big
you,
ups.
Phil Walton.
Phil, you're the best.
So good. Whoop, whoop. Oh my God. Do we normally get a round of applause? That
Yeah,
felt different.
I always do when I'm here.